Well, it was a cold, chilly, but wonderful night of camping. And now it's time to go home.
There's a road and it leads right out of town.
Okay, let's go get some breakfast and fuel up. 14 kilometers, 25. Okay, it's going to be a late start going home. Hey, if you enjoy this content, please do subscribe. It really helps the channel out. Well, it was a cold, chilly, but wonderful night of camping. And now it's time to go home. Yeah, so I'm out here at Dumaresq Dam recreational area where the camping is free and the setting is beautiful. I would say there were no real downsides to it outside of the fact that it's pretty remote, and so the local kids know that it's a good place to go party, and a few of them did. There was some pretty bad music going on for about an hour and a half, and a bunch of kids yelling and stuffing each other into the bathroom area. But it was chilly, and I knew they weren't going to last long, and sure enough, they moved on. I do really like cool weather camping. Not too cold. Like, I'm not going to go out when I'm going to wake up with a foot of snow on me. But I woke up and there was a good frost on the bike, which, depending on how I edit things, you probably already saw in last week's video. But yeah, I got a good amount of sleep. I feel recharged, ready to go, ready for this long trip home. So hopefully next winter will be less rainy and I can do more of this. I am going to invest in a jacket that's a little more appropriate for winter travel. I will say this was a bad choice of glove to wear. And I have a good pair of gloves for this kind of thing. Silly. Well, live and learn. Heated grips will help, but the outsides of my fingers right now are chilly. Met a couple of lovely people. I met Elliot, who camped overnight, who's from New Zealand. He's doing about 6 weeks here, exploring around Australia, hopefully having a good time. And Emily and Sean, who I think were from the UK, but they live down in Melbourne right now, and they're doing the van life thing for a little while, looking for a home. Just going around to different spots and kind of auditioning, see if they like the feel. Weird little speed bumps. I guess that's to discourage people from going around that main speed bump like I just did. Quiet little town. Oh, did I pass it? Oh, there it is. Okay, back after breakfast. Sweet roof caravan. All right. I am fueled up. The bike is fueled up. We are headed home. By the way, let's tally yesterday's ride. It's not going to be perfect because I've already ridden a few kilometers, but yesterday I did close to 6 hours in the saddle. Some of that is today. 450 kilometers. Also some of that today, though not very much, maybe 10, 12. Fuel consumption is at 18.8 kilometers to the liter. I'm going to be keeping an eye on that yesterday because it's much calmer weather today. And I want to see if I was right about the wind causing a fairly significant fuel penalty. All right, let's do it. Let's go. So I'm going to be taking it very easy today. I'm going to be taking my time, just plodding along, especially when we go over the range. I've mentioned it a couple of times. It's colder up there. It's 8 degrees here now, so that's good. It's already as warm as the high was yesterday. The bike is saying I have 361 kilometers of range. That means I will definitely have to fuel up at some point. Let's see how it goes. Am I the only one? Please, feel free to tell me down in the comments. Am I the only one that finds that fuel economy thing interesting? It's amazing how different the same road feels when you're on the way home. Yesterday was filled with hope and anticipation and a little bit of trepidation because of the unknown. Today is different. Today is just easy. Surely part of it is just going back home, just going to, you know, where I'm centered and where I'm with my wife, who I love more than anything else in the world. I love going camping. I hate leaving her behind. The camping thing is not her thing. I'm not going to push her to do it if she doesn't want to do it. But I don't think she would have minded that place I stayed last night, except for the loud kids. If it was warmer, I mean, she would have hated the idea of staying there when it's cold. But if it was warmer and we had a good two-person sleep system, and I do know of a couple, I wonder if I could talk her into that. You know, sleeping over there overnight, then going back to that cafe that I just had breakfast at, the Black Cat, which was called Black Cat Espresso. And if you ever go through Armidale, go there. That place was fantastic. The people were really nice too. This was good. The camping trip, the occasional camping trip is a real reset for me. I don't know what it is about it exactly, but it really shucks off a lot of stress for me to get out and be out in a quiet environment, not look at too many screens. You know, of course, I check my phone 400 or 500 times because we're all cyborgs now. But it slows things down a little bit for me. I haven't been able to do much this year because the weather has been really bad. We've had tons of rain. I'm hoping to make up for that the second half of the year, at least over the next couple of months. I mean, once we get into November, the camping season is pretty much over for me. It gets too hot. Talk to me, campers. What do you like? Do you like warm weather camping or cool weather camping? Or do you like an extreme? Do you like going out into the crazy hot desert to camp? Do you like waking up with a foot of freshly fallen snow on the ground? Tell me about it down below. And if you have a second, please don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, I was really worried going to that campsite. It's a lovely area. The campsite is free. It's got great toilet facilities for a campsite. So I was really worried it was going to be just slammed. But it wasn't. There were plenty of places. They have designated places for tents and caravans, but it looked like people didn't mind setting up tents elsewhere. And I was the only one in the designated tent area. While I was there, somebody pulled into one of the caravan spots, which made me a little bit nervous because it was after I had gone to bed. I was in my tent, I was undressed, and I looked out to see what was going on, but I couldn't see much. And then a few minutes later, I heard somebody walk not too far. I heard someone walk past my tent not too far away, but they had to pass my tent to get to the bathroom facilities. And the automatic light came on, and I was like, okay, I know it's in them. And from that point, I was able to relax. Oh man, it's so much nicer today. This is so much easier. If I'm gonna have one good day of travel and one less than optimal day of travel, I would rather have the less than optimal day of travel be on the way out. I'd rather have the easy ride home. I think part of that feeling that I was talking about before, that reset that I get when I go camping, I think at least part of that comes from going through areas like this where it's open space where you see, like here, it's a little, here you have some houses and stuff, but there's a lot of natural entropy, a lot of nature that's just, you know, that's not influenced by man. They're not trees that were planted by people. They grew there because that's the way they grew. I think our eyes see and interpret that in a way that reduces stress. I think when we bring an overly natural order to nature, I think there's a stress-inducing component to that. So for me, getting out into those open spaces, on road still, I'm not doing any BDRs or anything like that. I don't think there are BDRs in Australia, but you know, whatever the Australian equivalent is. Okay, looks like this is going to be the high point of the trip in terms of elevation above sea level. Yeah, 1,418 meters, 1,418 meters above sea level. Wow, that is quite a ramp. You go up there, you're rolling back, and it does look like people have rolled up there. Oh man, you have to go across oncoming traffic to get to that. That is something. Wow, that's a nice view. I remember coming up this yesterday thinking, I've never seen this before. And I've definitely never seen it before going this way, because the last time I did that route, I came back up the Pacific Motorway. We dropped a fair bit of elevation now. We're down to 825 meters. But to finish off, to really properly finish off the review video of the panniers, which you can see if you look up here, I gotta say, I really liked the way they handled this weekend. If I was gonna go much longer, I would probably add another bag. I would probably add my 48-liter dry bag into the mix, but that's not a problem. You know, I could just throw a ton of clothes in there if I was going to be doing something where I needed a lot of changes of clothes. Really, the only thing left to find out about these panniers is how waterproof are they? Will they withstand the rain? Will they keep my stuff dry if I have to ride for a few hours in the rain? Ah, the Roadhouse. I do like that the Roadhouse culture seems to be alive and well. Kind of like the diner culture in New Jersey. So you want a fuel range update? Sure, here you go. I have 174 kilometers of range and 148 kilometers to go. I think I'm going to make it on just this one tank. Okay. Time to start the last leg of the trip. So that wasn't a very pretty or scenic stop, but it was just what I needed to get me the rest of the way. A few minutes off the bike with my jackets off. Lunch, something to drink. I'm refreshed, recharged, ready to go home.
Disillusioned, disenchanted, I had enough, I just can't stand it. All too many promises forgotten, unfulfilled, unprepared, more than just a little scared. But now it's time to take more than I've got. Incidental, incognito, someplace far with simple people. I need to go where no one knows my name. There's a road and it leads right out of town. I'll be on it as the sun goes sinking down. 'Cause there is nothing left for me. It's all so clear. I am headed anywhere but here. Anywhere but here. Underground, undermined, this town gets smaller all the time. I'm sure 1,000 miles will escape her. Incoherent, in defense, well I know how this story ends, but all I need is one clean sheet of paper. Unresolved and undecided, I'll get on my bike and ride into the highway. Hold some possibility. There's a road and it leads right out of town. I'll be on it as the sun goes sinking down. 'Cause there is nothing left for me. It's all so clear. I am headed anywhere but here. Anywhere but here. So unheard, so unknown, so I'm selling everything I own. I know something's out there that won't come to me. There's a road and it leads right out of town. I'll be on it as the sun goes sinking down. 'Cause there is nothing left for me. It's all so clear. I am headed anywhere but here. Anywhere but here. Anywhere but here. Anywhere but
Yeah, this must be a slightly different way because I did not come this way. Glad it's taken me this way though. It's pretty.